stabilized. Kentaro Atun.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be Effort and Mini here on Benzene, another RJB replay. Check them out at youtube.com/@RJB_TV. Top right, it's going to be Effort, and in the bottom left, it's going to be Mini. We've got Game O watching, we have Sharp watching, which means we cannot do red versus blue. We got green versus yellow here today. I think that is a color blindness thing. So I'm sorry to my colorblind viewers, but this is better than everybody being red. Terror the Overlord moving out on this two-player map. Benzene. Yes, I have heard about that. The times we live in. So Benzene's a weird map, because you expand up the left side or down the right side, depending on where you spawn. And then there are just, you know, expansions right here, and maybe right down there. Yeah. We got expansions at the top and the bottom, but there are 4 expansions along the sides, and that is pretty much your expansion progress. Effort. Going for a hatch first play. The probe is going to try to block it. Yep. Says there's not a pool going down. It's a hatch first play. Zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Oh! He was tricked! Okay, we have to see that. We have to see that. I'm going to speed it up a little bit here, because the probe's not going to be here for a while. I didn't see that drone down here. Look at me being blind. Tricked me just like he tricked Mini. Awesome stuff, man. And there it is. Look at, oh, he sends it down early because he knows the probe, he knows the timing. God, Effort, you are just a boss. That was so sick. So yeah, the probe comes in, sees, okay, no gas, no pool. Oh, okay, going to be a hatch here then probably, and pow! Effort throws it down. Don't have a lot of Effort replays. This is more of a recent one. It's an RJB replay, which means it is probably within the last 3-4 years or so. A lot of the replays he has are 2019, 2020, 21, 22, and some even from 2023. So, yeah, man. Effort and Mini going at it for our entertainment here in a game that has not been cast anywhere else. At least not in English. This might have been streamed on Africa or Twitch or something, but, you know, probably not commentated by an English commentator like myself. Ooh, did he Nexus? Oh, he Nexus first. Dude, I love this from Mini. I like it when Protoss players scout the hatch first and go for a Nexus first, and they're just like, the Zerg can't do anything about this. They cannot punish me. There's no way. So it's beautiful. Excellent, excellent stuff. You also have this power generator that you can destroy, getting on up into your opponent's base. If you can get through the stacked power generators, right? So Lurkers are good at that. Archons are good at that. Firebats are good at that. Siege tanks are good at that. It's something we'll see in kind of the shorter games. Not usually something that comes into play a lot during the macro-style games, but it is a rush strategy that we see from time to time on this map of Benzene. Trying to get a third base down before the probe comes to block it. Beautiful. Beautifully done here. Effort getting his third base down, his second base down on time, on point. This dude's doing some good stuff for our Saturday. Hit that like button if you're excited to see how this thing's going to map out. Have we had a PVZ on the channel in a while? I feel like we haven't. Had some TVZs, had some PVTs, which is all in good. But PVZ is my favorite matchup, so if it's been a while, I start getting an itch that says, itch, itch, itch. You need to cast a PVZ, itch, 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 and so I did. That's what happened. RJB's just been sending me a ton of great replays recently. And there are PVZs in there, there's, I mean, all sorts of great stuff, obviously, PVTs. If you didn't see, the Royal versus Soma best of 5 that I posted earlier this week, you need to go watch it. I know it's an hour long, and a lot of you people are like, I don't have an hour to devote to watching StarCraft during my lunch break at work or whenever you're watching. But seriously, it has some killer awesome stuff in it. Royal is the current ASL champion. Soma is one of the better Zerg players on Earth right now, and it is a fantastic back and forth best of 5. You will not regret watching it. Okay, that's my plug for that video. Forge coming in from Mini. Lings inside the house. These are Effortlings. Ooh. Ooh, that's... Ooh, you're going to slip past. Zealots. Ah, this is tough. The Zealots are just going to kind of have to let this go. Yeah, cannon coming up. That's what that forge was for. Not for early upgrades as much as it was for these cannons, because 3 Zealots, not quite enough links. Plus these probes are fighting too, and they've got mean old zappers. Effort decides not to sacrifice any of his lings to do this. He wants to keep these 2 alive at least, scouting purposes. Scouts the Stargate coming in. Big surprise there, obviously. And these lings are like, yeah, let's just not. Let's drone it up. Let's get our lair timing. Maybe a metabolic boost upgrade will come in at some point. Oh, it is actually. Okay, zippity zippy, guys. Right, the lair's almost done, which means metabolic boost came through when I wasn't watching the production tab. Corsair production begins now. Ahem. Corsair production begins. Oh, hold on. Now, there we go. A little bit late on that first Corsair. That's something Effort's going to be happy about. Macro hatch at the front door. All the best Zerg players get macro hatches, man. I don't know what to tell you. One of the 2 lings inside the main base dies, and I don't know if this guy has any. He's got 2. Ooh, he's got 2 kills. All right, this Zergling's done some stuff. Got some good scouting. Harassed some probes. Killed a couple of them. Absolute boss. Citadel comes in next. Ling scouts that too. Relays that information back home to the Overmind. Although, I don't know. This is Brood War, right? So it's Kerrigan. The Overmind is dead. Well, not exactly. Anyway, whatever. So, of course, Corsair flies into the 3rd base. Says, what's your saturation level look like? It's not huge, but again, Zerg players don't really saturate their bases that heavily anyway. So, yeah, I'm going to be pretty standard stuff here. Corsairs, it's going to be Zealots with speed. As the speed upgrade just got started here, Hydralisks are out from effort, which means the Corsair can't just fire away at that Overlord willy-nilly. Going for Overlord speed just to get them away from the Corsairs as much as possible. Zealot count getting pretty intense here. Extra couple gates up inside the main base. We got ourselves a pylon warping in. Nothing too crazy. So, a lot of lings pushing out. A lot of lings pushing out. A lot of lings pushing out. I don't know about committing this many lings. Like, what are we doing? Are you trying to, like, deny a 3rd base? I mean, this ling's up here. This Overlord's up here to make sure that doesn't happen. The lings are like, we can't deal with... Man, is that 6? That is 6 Zealots out already, man. Their +1 attack is almost here. Oop, Templar Archives coming in, because what else are you going to do in a PvZ? If you're not getting Storm, you're just asking to die. I guess you could just go like, plain Reaver. Try to make that work, but that is just not what you want to be doing, folks. Ask a professional. Storm is good. Storm is the best spell in the game. Barely edging out Dark Swarm, I feel like. All right, man. So attack on the 3rd base with speed lots with +1 attack. Effort is used to this. He knows the timing. He's throwing up Sunkens and Evolution Chambers and a Macro Hatch, and should be able to hold this off. Here they come. We got speed. We got +1. Good timing attack here. Roar! Pow, 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 pow. Sunken. Being buffered by Lings a little bit. Hydralisk attacking too. Not doing a ton of damage to these Zealots. More Hydras coming in behind the mineral line. And then more joining the party there too. Sunken is really key here. If there's not a Sunken, I'm not sure Effort would have been able to hold that off. Natural base. Maybe the next target. Target of an attack here. Coming up this ramp with these Hydras at the top of the ramp is Suicide. Ooh, a little bit late, honestly. I guess Hydra's behind a pretty hard wall here. Yeah, throwing up an Evo Chamber to hard wall that. And then canceling it once the Zealots give up. So beautiful. This is just Effort recognizing the timing, knowing what to do and when, shutting it down. Now, back home, Storm's getting researched. On the other side, we've got Lurker Aspect on the way here too. So all is well, all is good. Oh, a single DT was made. But Overlord's speed is done, so, like, this guy really shouldn't be able... Yeah. I think he killed a single Hydralisk and died. Overlord speed is your best weapon against DTs for Zerg, for sure. I mean, Spores are nice, too, but Overlords with speed, you can just have them pretty much anywhere you want pretty quickly. It's nice. Going for... Ooh, transporting for Overlord. You know how I feel about Zergs that transport stuff in their Overlords. I love them. Okay, so this is going to be drop stuff, and there's just nothing to deal with the drop inside the main base of Mini at all. I mean, Storm is the good anti-drop technique. We've got a couple High Templar in the natural base, but nothing in the main. This could get dicey if this happens. I mean, there's no visual indicator either that Overlords have been given the drop upgrade. So it's just like, well, I sure hope they don't have drop. I'm not really preparing for anything like that to happen to me. So yeah, Effort is just ticking all the boxes here. He's got macro hatches. He's making another macro hatch. He's getting drop. I just feel like Zerg players that get drops and use them and get macro hatches win their PVZs about 87% of the time. It's like those are the ingredients. We just don't see it a ton. It's not like every PVZ that happens. It's just the best Zergs in the best, just the best macro. Don't know what to tell you. Here's the thing about dropping, though. You can't really drop inside your opponent's main base if their army's out on the map threatening your third, because you need to do something about that. Now, what's going to be done about it is we're going to have 3 Hydras at the top of a ramp. We're going to turn them into there we go. 4 into lurkers. Delay, 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 delay. Delay is the name of the game here. This hatchery is not happening. 4th base attempting to happen. On the other side, Hydras are threatening the 3rd base, warping of Mini at the same time. Now, here is the problem. Getting on into this 3rd base from that angle. Oh, we're just going to the natural. Never mind. We're going to the natural, everybody. That macro hatch is going to die. The 3rd base is canceled. Probe down, pylon down. On the other side, though, macro hatch gets focused. Zealots inside the house. There are no lurkers. Okay, there's a couple lurkers, but they're coming from outside. No lurkers inside to try to help this at all. Holy crap. These drones need to run. And they are. They're running, but they're running through a Zealot gauntlet. These High Templar have not cast any storms yet. They know the true use of storm is going to be against lurkers and Hydras. There we go, tossing them down, taking out 2 lurkers with 2 storms. That is cost-efficient stuff. Hydras are trying to come in and save this thing. This is really bad. Oh, this is really bad. Effort is in all of the trouble. If those High Templar die, though... Dude, these Hydras need to kill all of these High Templar. The storms keep coming, though. Alright, so all the High Templar are gonna die, but... And by that I mean, they really should focus on the High Templar. I know the Zealots are bad, but this lair's gonna get killed. Yeah. Okay, lair goes down. Spawning pool might die, but not really. It's 26 to 20 workers right now. Effort's actually up? What? Oh my gosh, he dropped some lurker. Okay, I'm terrible. I'm bad. Let's take a look. CSI, rewind powers. When does he do that? Cool stuff. It's 49 workers for Mini. He's going to town inside Effort's base. All these Hydras have to come home. Except what? Except where? Where they are. Okay, Lurker comes. Oh my gosh. So like trying to get Lurker Hydra stuff on the other side of the map, defending, but at the same time also getting a Lurker drop in. Oh my gosh. The main base is entirely undefended by cannons. There's 2 cannons in the natural base. They're not really covering this area very well, are they? So that Lurker burrows in. Mini is not paying attention. Ugh. 9 kills immediately, and then this guy goes to town. Okay, 1. There we go. Gets 3. This is not 17 kill Lurker in the natural. Okay, so that's what happens. During all of the chaos on the other side, Effort is not only murdering tons of probes, but defending his base on the other side. Yes, he lost his lair. He didn't lose his spawning pool, which is nice, though. But he totally set Mini back by a billion years, knocking him down to 20 workers. It's 27 drones. Holy crap. Okay. Rebuilding the main base is probably a priority right now. We are loading up for some kind of a drop here. That was nuts. I was like, all right, so the worker count is... I was like, oh. Oh! Yeah, that definitely happened. That is so hard to see in the minimap, though. That's why I like red versus blue. Red especially easier to see on the minimap than like a green is. Yellow's not bad. Yellow's okay. Anyway, wow. Dragoon's coming in to deal with the lurkers that do exist right now. Plus he knows that Dark Swarm is not going to be in the future because he just killed the lair. And there is no replacement lair. Okay, I guess this 4th base is back too. Nice. Mini canceled this, and then Effort was just like, whatevs. You could throw this up too, guy. You got 800 minerals. Let's go. Let's throw that down. Okay, doing it. Bam. Throwing it up, making 10 Hydras with all of his cash. They do have +1 attack upgrades. The Zealots are at +2. Third base is done for Mini, though. So Mini's on 3 bases. Effort's on 3 bases. I don't know that going home is what we want to do here. Yeah, this guy... Is he just trying to fake out a lurker drop up here or something? Oh, more lurkers, though. Hey, man, if at first you don't succeed. If at first you succeed, try again, man. So, got a burrow out of range. Yeah, I don't know. That cannon placement is really good. Just pick up the lurker. Try to get out of there, but these Dragoons are like, no. How about you not escape with that lurker? Why don't we kill both of you? Bam. Nice. Good snipe there here for Mini. This is a good game. It's an RJB's stamp of approval game, though. Of course it's good. Of course it's good. That's it. I don't think these overlords have anything in them. I really think it's just effort being like, aha, there's an overlord above your high ground. It probably has a lurker in it. And Mini's like, must shut it down. Here we go. Here's our drop. Overlords preparing. Overlords. Yeah, these Hydras kind of pushing the army out of position. And here comes Le Drop. There's the High Templar storming, but like this is beautiful spreading drops all over the place. One High Templar can't do anything about this, man. I mean, he can do a little bit, but not enough. 31 probes, several of them go down. Army responding. Hydras need to target fire something. I don't know what it is. Storms all over the place. Lurkers morphing inside. Ooh, denying an upgrade would be nice. Denying +3 attack. On that forge. Sick target fire. That's what I like to see is target fire in these situations. But now here comes effort high grounding it behind the third base of Mini. They don't quite like the angle that they're coming in at. A lot of Hydras, a lot of lurkers died here, but it's 43 to 29 workers. And the main base is back from effort. Where is his new lair? It's gotta be, is he not making a new lair? I find this a questionable decision for effort's future if he's not gonna make a new lair. Because he's got +1 attack and +0 armor, and if he ever wants... Okay, finally, he started a lair. He's doing it back in his main base. That's fine. So these Hydras are an annoyance, but yeah, they can't get through this here stacked power generator situation. And all's well. But man, 46 to 32 workers is a massive lead for any Zerg player. Whew. Oh, he sniped the Templar Archives too. Okay, that was sick by effort. So we got the Templar Archives, and he canceled +3 attack. Those are 2 good targets to go for. I'm not going to complain about that at all. Zealot checking to make sure there's not a 5th base up here, and he says, thank goodness there's no creep up here. That's great. I mean, we're just going to drop in the same place. Some Zealots are coming in. A High Templar is coming in, but there's not enough, I don't think, to stop all of this. The storm is good. I think I started saying that before the storm got landed, because of course... sniping down the Stargate. Sure, that's fine. No more Corsair production. Slows down your ability to go into, I guess, Arbiters. Not really that's popular in PvZ, but whatever. Good snipe on the Obs. That's... No, that Observer manages to make it out of there. Hydras backed into a corner, not having the greatest time of their lives. But they're trying to do what they can. Meanwhile, big Hydra attack at the third base. Storm wipes that one out pretty effectively. There's a lot of Hydra corpses there. Ooh, and then Mini expands to the south. This is a ninja expand. This is where Mini's not going to look for effort to be. Meanwhile, Mini taking a top left 4th base here at 17 minutes. 47, 52 to 30. Oh my gosh, 54 to 37 workers here. As effort just made a whole big group of those. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it is effort's game to lose. The drops haven't exactly been game winning, but I think he's been getting some good trades with them. Been sniping important tech, obviously. Been getting probes, killing obs. Doing everything he can without Dark Storm and without Plague, because he is far away from those things, because he doesn't even have a Queen's Nest yet. I don't know about this. As I always say, the longer the game goes on, and the Zerg player doesn't have Defilers, the worse it is for them. So I could see Mini making a comeback just based on the fact there is no Plague, there is no Dark Swarm. Period. That's it. That's all that's going on here. Yeah, Effort has the better economy. He's got more bases. He's got map control, right? He's winning battles here, but at the end of the day, if you don't have those Defilers, it's really, really hard to beat a good Protoss player or Terran player. You can win ZVZs without Defilers. I guess the longer the game goes on, though, the more you need them, right? Okay, finally, Queen's Nest gets started here at 18 minutes. But then you have to go up to Hive, which takes a while. Then you got to make a Defiler round. Then you got to get Consumed. Then you got to research Plague. It's a while. It's going to be Hydra Lurker here for a while for Effort. It's just so much easier to deal with these cannons if you have Dark Swarm. He knows that. Everybody watching this knows that. But, man. But seriously, check out RJB. He does fastest map casting if you're a fastest map fan. YouTube.com/@RJB_TV. Oh, that's DT. He was fast, but that is a full surround, man. Yeah. 57 of 42 workers in favor of Effort, but the overall supply is actually favoring Mini, which means Mini has a massive army advantage. If my basic math skills are adequate, which maybe they're not, but I get the feeling like, yeah, there's a lot of Dragoon Zealot Storm out here. Okay, coming up this ramp is a death sentence. Maybe don't come up this ramp, guys. That's, oh, good snipe on the obs. Always good snipe on the obs. Overlords in positions where the Dragoons can't hit them. That's beautiful. This is just a bit of a contain attempt here. Trying to keep Mini inside his base, but this north path is open, so no, that's not happening. Lair, about 50% complete. Spore coming up. Okay, we're just going to base trade, maybe. All right, cool. So this base is dead. There are no High Templar to save it. Oh, just kidding. High Templar showed up. Got 2 storms off and died. Ah, no. Mini decides to come back home. Okay, so that Nexus is dead. Lurkers trying to hold the ramp. Good Lurker. Lurker eggs getting stormed there. Hydra, some of them on a mission going up north. These guys just decide to stand and fight, which means they're going to die. Yeah, don't be doing that. Coming up this ramp against this many cannons and through a narrow choke is tough. Have the high ground, boys. Do it for the high ground. This sneaky ninja base of Effort is everything right now. I really don't think Mini knows that it's there. He knows drops have been coming from this direction, but I don't think he knows that there's a base down there. Or I think he'd have tried to kill it by now. I don't know. Adrenal's on the way. Great. Nidus Canal is finally getting started. Here at 20 minutes into this game. It's been scraptastic. It's been pretty action-packed thus far, I gotta say. Yeah, single Lurker, no Dark Swarm, dead. Even at this stage of the game, single Lurker with Dark Swarm is probably dead. There's enough Zealots with good enough upgrades, 2-1-1 upgrades on those guys, and Storm, right? That Lurkers aren't going to be super great here anyway. It's got to be the Adrenalings, got to be the Hydras, got to be the Plague, maybe even Ultralisks, but I don't know, man. Is he not getting a Defiler mound? Did he just really just go for Adrenal here? Oh, boy. Ah, look what he discovered, though. Mini knows there's a base down here now, and he's just gonna... No, don't... Hydra drop of the natural base. Storm kills all of the Hydralisks, because of course it does. Got Archons in the mix here, but you don't really need Archons if your opponent isn't getting Dark Swarm or a Plague. Like, Archons are the answer to a Zerg player who has Dark Swarm and Plague. If those things don't exist, you can beat them with this right here. Zealots, Dragoons, and Psionic Storm alone. The Dragoons are excellent against these Lurkers. The Zealots are pretty good against the Lings, but that's what the Storm is for there, too. Once the Lings have Adrenal, they get pretty hard to deal with just Zealots, but you've got the Storm here. And I mean, Psionic Storm is the answer to Dark Swarm, obviously, but man, it's just nice to have your Dragoons able to attack everything the Zerg has. Because the Defiler round isn't done yet. It's about 50% complete as Mini is trying to make a concerted push across this bridge. Pulling back, reconsolidating his forces, bringing some High Templar to the front with enough Storm for one. There we go. Good Storm there. Lurkers positioning. Unburrowing, reburrowing. Unburrowing, reburrowing. I mean, this third base is in trouble with the lurkers on the high ground, but there's only one probe there, which just isn't great for Mini not having any economy at his third base. The storm is good. The lings are plentiful. Consumes coming in. Defilers are on the way here at 22 minutes. Just feels late. Oh, this lurker is shutting down all mining at this third base entirely. It's a big source of income right now for Mini. He's trying to take a fifth base up here at the 12 o'clock, but I don't know. He can't afford it right now. It's 56 to 33 workers. So the lack of tech here for effort is not the end of the world. Third base is in trouble, though. There are units responding to this emergency and this fire, potentially losing the third base. And Mini's not getting out of here. I don't think Mini really has any chance to survive this incoming attack. Yeah, he can deal with a couple waves, but it's just kind of like you're dealing with infinite numbers of units coming at you, and eventually you just kind of run out of stuff, you know? And by that I mean... Okay, Dark Swarm. Dark Swarm. All right, Defiler waddles in and dies immediately. What are you doing? This lurker's got 0 kills. Oh, gets killed as it's burrowing. This guy's got 3. That's pretty good, I guess. So, never mind. I was going to say, Effort's totally going to save his own third base, but no, absolutely not. This is a random 8-kill Archon here. Dude, third base is dead. 51 to 34 workers is not doing as much for effort as he thinks, or as he hoped it would. He needs Plague. It's on the way, but he needed it yesterday. Okay, the Archon goes down. Good snipe on the obs there. A lot of Hydras dead as well. Ling shutting down the attempt of Mini to get this fifth base up at the 12 o'clock. Beautifully done there. And expanding down here too is Effort. So Effort's definitely out macroing Mini here. My God, this army, it's not a lot of the army that's left after that taking down the third base. And in fact, they're all going to die before they get home. But I don't know. The fact that they walked out of there is dead impressive. Is Mini going to rebuild it, or is Effort going to rebuild this? No, there's a mineral patch there. This base is going to have to do as far as replacing it goes. And he's got this one too. I mean, yeah. Is fine. So Plague is done now. It's 109 to 95 supply, 50 to 32 workers. I just think once Plague start coming in, it might just be the beginning of the end here from Mini. I think Effort has played a pretty good game. Was he late on his tech? Yes. But he's got the economy advantage, and he's got the tech that he needs to win this game. So two separate good things going for him here. I hear you, Protoss players. Mini's not making Reavers. In late game PvZ, that's why he's going to lose. I don't know that I disagree with you on that. Of course, I'm saying that Mini's going to lose, but he hasn't GG'd yet. And this attack was pretty pitiful on the third base. Doesn't get anything done. Units kind of trickling in, but trickling in is a way to deal with Storm. If you come in a giant clump, the Storm goes, thank you. That's the sound a Storm makes, by the way. And, yeah. Then all your stuff is dead. But trickling in is really bad against traditional army comps. So it's just tough. It's tough to engage with a Protoss army at this stage of the game, where there feels like there's infinite storms, there's units that will kill your stuff in 2 hits. Yeah. So just coming in, pre-dodging storms, setting up kind of a concave. First Plague comes down, catching a few of those zealots. That's nice. High Templar gets caught with it too. 101 to 86 supply. Army value for Mini is significantly bigger, which we saw mattered when he was going for that third base. He wiped it out. The problem is that Effort double expanded to replace the base that he'd already mined out. So not really that big of a deal. These drones are heading out, I'm guessing, to the south, to the north, maybe? Seem to be heading south. I don't know. Hard walling the top of the ramp with evolution chambers. I like that. I like that. Dragoons and Archons aren't exactly nimble. Getting through that super annoying. Yeah, gonna sunken that high ground there too. I don't know, man. Effort's economy is good. He's down a little bit of workers because he's made some sunkens in evolution chambers and stuff, but 46 workers at this stage to 33. So 46 drones, 33 probes. The numbers are not working here. Another plague gets tossed down on some of these zealots. A Dark Swarm Ling attack on this base would actually go super well. There is no storm there, no reavers whatsoever. Shuttle in play, maybe a storm drop of some kind. Mini says, when behind, go for a storm drop. I think that's what they say generally here. But look how much green there is on the map. And Mini's basically confined to the entire left-hand side, right up against that wall. He's trying to get a 5th at the 12 o'clock, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work out for him. Spire coming in. More Defilers on the way. Yeah, this is a full retreat here from Mini. This is not looking good here. So yeah, great macro here today from Effort. This ninja base, I think, has been huge. Something attacked this spore colony at some point, obviously. But yeah, he's done a pretty good job overall in these battles, not allowing like 18 hiders to die to a single storm. He's been, again, coming in, dancing against storms, pulling back, pre-dodging, splitting, concaving. The zealots are still a problem, obviously. Hiders are at 3-2 upgrades. 3-1-2 upgrades here for the Protoss and these Dragoons. Spire. I'm trying to go... You know what? Yeah, Mute is as far as picking off High Templar would go. That would work because there are no Corsairs and the Stargate got wiped out and Mini never replaced it. God, space gets canceled by a group of Lings again. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting game where I feel like the writing's been on the wall for the last 5 to 8 minutes. Once this third base went down, but I saw that he had double expanded, I just felt like Mini was in trouble at that point. And he was. 47 workers to 32 at this point. Got a storm drop going somewhere here. Zealots unloading into the main base. Scourge chasing down the shuttle, destroying it. Unloading a High Templar just at the last second. And yeah. Got 2 drone kills. But not enough. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like I've had a game in a while that's been this foregone conclusion-y. Yeah, just Mini can't even come close to getting this 5th base up at all. These Adrenalings are like, die, Pylon. Die. Good storm there. Plague right about here. Yeah, there it is. Good Plague. Catching High Templar, catching Zealot, catching Dragoons. Defilers dying for their insolence, as usual. Yeah, Snipe, Ling, Hydra, everyone's been plagued. Mini taps out, and Effort is our winner in 31 minutes and 16 seconds. Like I said, not a surprising finish. Just going to throw that out there. But well done, Effort. He did delay his tech, but he dropped. He got macro hatches. He expanded like crazy, and that's the ingredient to beat a Protoss. That's the recipe. Those are the ingredients, and he did it very, very well here today. Man, Effort is a good Zerg player. Let's see when the Spore Crawler got damaged, shall we? Hit that like button if you enjoyed the match here today. Again, hit that subscribe. I'm here 6 times a week, trying to push to 70,000 subscribers. Ah, okay. Wow, right here. Every round right to the very, very right spot. Dang. 7 kills. Okay, that was a nice little storm drop. We're going to speed it up because otherwise the ending stats will be all wonky. Yeah, this 5th base coming up was the death knell, and Mini knew it. 236,000 points for Mini, 236,000 points here from Effort. Very fun to see the equal setup there, outproducing the Protoss player 7-3, killing the Protoss player about a 3-to-1 ratio here, so a little bit better. Resources. Yeah, this is a big deal too here. The macro hatch is the expanding. 70,000 resources spent from effort, 51,000 resources spent in 31 minutes. A full 19,000 resources more spent. Big deal. Like super huge deal. And that explains it. So yeah, macro hatches, drops, out expanding. You can delay your tech if you do that, and effort proved it. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw, what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.